Hey everyone, it's Apache here and welcome back to another episode of Enigmatica 2 Expert Mode here on the CreedCraft server. Thank you very much for joining me today and continuing to show you support for the series. If you do enjoy this episode, please leave a like and a comment, and if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe as well. I think today we're going to be working on a fair few of the other mods. I want to try and make a little bit of headway into a lot of the other different mods. We've been working a lot on Mechanism last episode, and we've been doing a lot of this power generation stuff over the last few episodes as well. So I want to try and move away from that into some of the more mechanical mods as well, but just away from the stuff we've been doing. Probably need to use Mechanism quite a lot because of course you do. But let's have a look at the gates here. There are a couple of gates we do need to open. I'm not too worried about XNet at all at the moment. I can use the Ender IO cables for pretty much everything I need to, and we can also start using the Mechanism cables as well. Ones I'm really interested in is Ender IO, RF tools, actually additions, and thermal expansion. Now these four mods, they do very similar things in very different ways. Some of them in very similar ways as well. And again, you could say it's almost the same as Mechanism, it's almost the same as Industrial Craft and Extra Utilities. They all have a range of machines that all do pretty much the same thing. However, within those mods, there is also some very unique things which we are really desperately going to need moving forwards in this pack. I see this pack as you need to open up everything and almost work through all of the different mods at the same stage in a way, or you need to get all the way through one mod in order to start another. There doesn't seem to be a middle ground. So you find yourself chopping and changing between the different mods, and a lot of it gets very difficult and very complicated. One of the things I don't like in these quest packs is that they lock Applied Energistics 2 and other mods like that behind such big massive gates that I find it extremely difficult to work up to that stage. And that's because of storage. You've seen my storage set up upstairs, but I've got nowhere where I can dump a quarry into. I've got nowhere where I can autocraft at the moment, and I could set up all of the, like a big crafter array with the, which ones is it? The crafters, and it's these crafters from RF Tools, and we could actually start making these and just build up these crafters and use these kind of semi-automatically, manually to enter in all of the different things, and then gather up all of the other stuff afterwards. But I've never worked like that before, and it's taken a while to actually adjust to how to do it. So let's have a look at some of these different things, and let's see where a good starting point would be. So if we come back into the quest book here, into the gates, actually additions is the next one we need to get into. So we need to make some iron casings, or an iron case. So let's have a look at the iron casing. And so the recipe for this is some iron sheet metal. We've got that, that's fine. We also need tin electron tubes and hardened casing. The hardened casing is diamonds around a sturdy casing. I think I've got one sturdy casing left, so we'll use that. And then diamonds, I think I may have 4 left, but I've made up an auto sieve so I can try and get some through using gravel in the auto sieve. So that's okay, that's not too bad. And then these tin electron tubes are in a thermonic fabricator. Thermonic fabricator is another one of these hardened casings, an impregnated casing. The impregnated casing is just wood in a carpenter, so we can do that. And then we need gold gears and some glass, just any glass. Okay, so we can try and work through that. Let me get some resources together and we'll see what we can do. So I've built up a few of the things we need for this. In my inventory here we have some bronze gears, some copper gears, some gold gears and a iron gear. And also I've got a load of gravel here because for the hardened casing we're going to need some diamonds. And instead of going out and trying to mine diamonds out in the wilderness, I've decided to make it the more efficient way. We now have machines, we have power, so we can actually make diamonds of our own. And the way I've done that is through cobblestone generation. So I think it's in this one here, one of these. I've made a dense cobblestone generator. I'll show you it in the recipe. So it was a lot of work to get this done, but it was worth it. So we have this cobblestone generator here, produces 8 cobblestone per second constantly. And so this recipe for this is basic plating, tin ingot, and a water bucket and a lava bucket. And then if you make a whole stack of these, which I've done, you can make 8 of these cobblestone, compact cobblestone generators, which produce a stack every second. And then if you put 8 of those together, you get one of these dense ones. And I've taken it out now actually because it just produced so much. I've got all of this and it just produced it instantly. I put it down for maybe like 30 seconds, a minute or so, and then picked it up, and I've got all of this compressed cobblestone, and I've even made a double compressed here. Yeah, because just so much of it. I picked it up and it all just flew everywhere. Had to pick up all the entities. So I've been putting that into a crushing factory here, which crushes it down into gravel, and then the gravel goes into an auto sieve. And this is just like any skyblock that you'd ever play. It's a sieve and just produces all of this stuff from gravel. The actual thing for that is in gates. It's ex nihilo here. And there was no extra quests from this, there was no quest line for ex nihilo, it just opens up the mod once you've got this. And it's a gateway into Britannia as well, but we've already got Britannia, so that's okay. And so with this we can actually make diamonds. And so I've just been feeding in the manual ones which I've got so far, the manual gravel which I've collected. And then we'll turn the automatic eject on this, just like that. And that will push all of these out into here. And so if we put that cobblestone generator back on there, it'll all back up until this is all full. And then also I think we might be able to fill this all the way around with diamonds, and it won't pick up anything other than diamonds. I think that's how it works, although it may not be. It may just fill up naturally anyway. But yeah, we've got plenty of diamonds here. We're going to need, I think, let's say probably that many. Put another stack in there, let that feed through, and if we come over here, let's have a look at that hardened sturdy casing. What are we going to need for this? It is in a carpenter itself, and it's a sturdy casing and diamonds. So I've got 12 sturdy casings here actually. Now how many of these are we going to need? So we get 2 for each of these iron casing wise. We need a load of iron and tin electron tubes, which is in this thing, which is one we're trying to make. And that just needs 1 and an impregnated casing and some glass. Okay, so we can get most of that I think, because I've got, if I grab that iron, we're going to need that. Do I have any glass on me here? Doesn't look like, but I do have a stack of sand on me, so if I come over to the smelting factory and put that into there, and that'll smelt down into glass. And so that's plenty enough glass for us for now. So let's head over to the carpenter. I will get these sturdy cases made. Nice simple recipe for those. And yeah, I'll gather up everything else we need. So now in the inventory we have an impregnated casing, we have some sturdy casings and some hardened casings. So I think we've got everything we need now, at least for the first part of this, the thermonic fabricator. And so if we come into here, yep, we have everything for that. Now does this need power, or can this just go here? Let's have a look. It seems like it may need power. Yes, so pick that up. And we'll take out this little bit here, put it into there, and then work out how we're supposed to use this. So in here we need some glass in there, and so if we just put this into there, How does that work? And then if we put these in like that, am I missing anything else? Missing liquid resources. Okay, so is this going to fill up to there? And then, that makes a liquid glass. Okay, so yes, we're going to need plenty more of this. And then inventory needs resources. So what else do we need? That seems like everything. It still says inventory needs resources. So what am I missing here? I'm hoping that when this fills up to the top, that this will actually start working. Maybe this is the resource, whatever this is, that it needs. And it's coming up to the top now. It's full. No, there's still something missing. We have tin ingots and we have redstone. This requires tin ingots and redstone and liquid glass. We have liquid glass in there. We have tin ingots. We have redstone. Nothing else needed. Just realised what the problem is. This is just a pattern for the recipe. You need to put these into here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then this should work there. Okay. So that gives us the tin electron tubes that we need. We're also going to need some these iron sheet metal. So we can come into the pressurizer here. We've already got the iron plates there. I also want to... Do I want to make another one of these? Get 4 of these iron casings. So if we do that and that. So we've got 2 recipes worth. I can't... Oh no, I've only got 1 of these Hagen casings left anyway. So if I do that'll give me the 4 that I need actually. And so now I can actually make 2 of these iron casings. And so that will give us, hopefully, yes, the gate for actually additions. So we come into quests, go into gates, there is the actually additions one. And now we can get 2 iron casings, 2 advanced machine casings, or 2 heavy engineering blocks. I'm going to have a look just very quickly now off camera at which one I want of them. I need to have a look at the recipes for them, for the advanced and for the heavy, just to make sure I know exactly which one I want to get. I think here it doesn't really matter which one I get. They're all roughly equivalent in how much they take to do with these. I think considering that the heavy engineering blocks, the recipe for this actually gives you 4 of them for a single recipe. This is only half a recipe worth. The machine casings give you 1 for 1, and the iron casings give you 2 for 1. So the advanced machine casings here are actually the most worth, the most bang for your buck, considering it is a reward. This is 2 recipes worth, this is 1 recipe's worth, and this is half a recipe's worth. So we're going to get the advanced machine frames here, and that will allow us to process those into the Tesla Lib machine frames for the for MFR, the new version of MFR, and that means we can come into which one is it? We can come into thermal expansion. No, actually additions, and we will get the actually additions manual. Claim that. We also have a farmer from a loot chest, so we can claim this one as well. And then from forestry we also just got the impregnated casing and the thermonic fabricator just there. Nothing else has been unlocked yet, so we may as well open these loot chests while we're here, see if we can get anything else really cool out of these. So we have General Tsao's chicken. Okay, so food we haven't eaten yet. We have some framed blocks from Block Craftery. Ah, is this the new version of Carpenter's blocks? I think it is. And a new scanner. Okay, so nothing amazing, but these framed blocks might be interesting. What are these? Frame slabs. Yeah, these are the new Carpenter's Blocks mod. I didn't realise we had that in it. In this pack. So looking at the way these gates are actually placed in, I assumed that once we got actual additions, we could go through into thermal expansion. However, thermal expansion actually needs RF tools. And RF tools is going to need us to go into industrial foregoing, because these machine frames, if we have a look at the recipe for those, requires the pink slime. And the pink slime you get from, it's actually from the mob slaughterer factory, the slaughterhouse factory, and you get pink slime from that. I'm assuming that's what it's from anyway, because there's no recipe for it, and so usually it's just you take a bucket of pink slime from a slaughterhouse and put it into, well, what I'd do is put it into a smeltery and then extract it from the smeltery into a slime ball cast. However, looking at the rest of the recipe, we do actually have everything for that, because we have a latex processing factory upstairs. We do have some dry rubber. The gold gears, I've got some already. This range add-on, I'm not too sure about. Let's just wait for that to go back around to tier 0. We have tier 9, tier 10, and then tier 11, and then tier 0. And so this is just some plastic, which we can make fairly easily. The glass pane, some cobblestone, and that's it. So we can get that one nice and easily. And then the heat vents are iron plates, electric motor, which we've got, and some iron bars, which are fairly easy as well. So we've got everything else other than this pink slime. So the machine cases here are one of these advanced machine casings, which we've just got 2 of, with reinforced stone and some rubber or some plastic. So that's okay as well. And I think I've actually got part of a recipe set up down back by the windmill for that. So I'll be able to make some of that. Tell you what, I'm going to have a look through the different recipes, see what's best to make with the very limited amount of resources we've got. One of the things that I do think I will probably make, if we have a look at actual additions, see if we can get resources for the atomic reconstructor of this thing here, because this is going to add a huge amount of different recipes for us to be able to do. And this again is actually fairly simple. We need these golden electron tubes, which is that same recipe in with some glass in there. We're going to need red laser lens inverted, which is just iron and a red stained glass pane, which I can make. That's pretty okay. Just need a poppy. And then some steel plates, which we've got as well, and one of these iron casings. So I can make one of these really nice and easily, and it's going to add a huge amount of extra stuff that we can do, and extra recipes that we can make. So I've now got everything ready to make that atomic reconstructor here. So we have golden electron tubes, the iron casing, steel plates, and the red laser lens inverted here. And that'll make this atomic reconstructor. Now I do love this machine. I've said it in the past in different packs. This machine gives you a huge amount of different stuff. Now I've also completed the Inori, and you can see it's working there. We need a redstone torch, and if we right click on this with a redstone torch, it'll stop it from shooting every time it powers up. And then we just need to put a button onto the side of it, and then we need to build up, because I need some more Inori, say here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, 7, 8 and 9. So we have a 3x3 block of iron there. If we press this button, it will shoot everything, and it doesn't have enough power to be able to do it in one go. And there we go, there's the next one, and there's the next one. And so these are now Inori crystal blocks, and if we cut these down, we can then turn these into Inori crystals. Now I'm going to need these because there's a couple more recipes I want to go through, which will enable us to get the end game, well, the end of this recipe chain that I want to do is in Draconic Evolution, and it is the crystal binder here. And so this is the wrench for Draconic Evolution, and if we make that, it'll allow us to use these basic energy relay crystals and these basic energy IO crystals to actually direct power away from this and into the room, so that we can actually have machines, and especially this atomic reconstructor, out in the middle of a room here rather than over here. It works well there, but it means that I can't get to the power bank behind it, and it'd be much better if I can just stick one of these relay crystals, one of the IO crystals, onto there instead. So the first thing we need for this is this laser wrench. Everything else, we've got cobalt, we've got diamonds, we've got blaze rods, that's fine. We do need 2 Inori crystals and an advanced coil. The advanced coil is some gold cable, some impregnated sticks, and a basic coil. The gold cable I'm pretty sure we can make, it's just gold plate and cutters, we've got that, no problem. Or we've got the metal former over at the other place in the with stuff that Nathan's built up with the IC2. And we also need this basic coil, which is Inori crystals, impregnated sticks, aluminium wire, and there we go. So do we have impregnated sticks down here? I can't remember if we do or not. Impregnated sticks, yes we do. So I did bring some back over with me. So now we should have enough to make. Go to here, go to here, go to here, and to here. We can make one of those. And then we can make... No, we need the cutter. We need some gold. Got some gold here, so let's do... How much will I need? 1, 2, 3, 4. I can come over to the pressurizer, place those into the pressurizer, and that will make us gold plates. And then we can use these with the cutter, take these back over, with the cutter in here to make... Oh, it actually makes 4 of them in one go. Okay. So we don't need quite as many. We can put all of those away. And then we have an advanced coil. That'll allow us to make the wrench, or the laser wrench, from Actually Additions. I probably might actually need to make another one of these at some point. And then we just need diamonds, which are in here. A few diamonds. We need a blaze rod and a cobalt ore, and they are upstairs. So I'm pretty sure the blaze rods are in one of these. Are they? No, they're not in there, so they must be in one of these two. Don't look like they're in there. Okay, let me find my blaze rods. Here we are, blaze rods, right. Much better. And so now we can actually do it just here, why not? And there we go, there is the crystal binder. So we head back down. And I'm going to pick this up. And a button, and then we can grab 2 of these and 1 of those. So let's put one of these energy IO conduits onto there. That just sits nicely onto there. We can still get to the advanced power cell behind it. We will put a relay. I'd quite like the relay actually to be around there, and I'll probably put one on this side as well, just to give the symmetry to it. And then we will want... Do I have any building blocks? I'll use glass just for now, just to lift it up off the floor a bit. And I want that just there. This is still in pulse mode, so that's good. Now I should be able to put that onto there, and then connect with the crystal binder, this. Right click to bind that to this one. And then bind that one to this one here. And there we go. And that should connect these two together so that we can put a button back on there. Let's grab something that we can make stuff out of. I think I'm going to make some diamante. So we need the diamonds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Tell you what, let's get split these in half, and I'll do 2 blocks of, I think it's called diamante. We'll find out now. So we place that down there, push the button. That's created 1 and 2, and hopefully we should see it fill back up. If I've done all of this right. So this is full of energy. This is nearly full of energy. Maybe it only does it in certain blasts, so we'll have to keep an eye on that over time just to make sure we've done it correctly. But this is got 4 million in it now. You can see. This has got 4 million in it. So maybe this isn't putting out into this, which means we would need a cable between them. Well, other than me working out exactly how to use these things, we do now have some degree of remote power away from direct linking, and this, we can class it as wireless, I suppose, for now. It's a form of localized wireless cabling, so that's good. That's one thing I really did want to get out of the way today. The other thing is the rubber. I want to show you what I've been doing with the rubber here. So up here, we've seen this before, the latex processing unit. We got this from a loot chest a while ago, and I placed it down here. I've got a dense infinite water source above it here. Now this is exactly the same recipe as the cobblestone, but it uses 2 buckets of water instead of 1 water and 1 lava. So I created a whole stack of the basic ones of those, and that creates this, which creates a huge amount of water every second. And so that fills this up with water. And the other thing we need is resin or tree sap or whatever it's called, the liquid latex. And we get that from this tree fluid extractor here. Now you place this down, and I haven't really quite worked out how to turn it round or anything, but it gives you one of these sides is like this, everything else is like this. So on this side, you're supposed to take it outside and place it onto a tree. If this doesn't need any power at all, it just sits there and over time starts slowly filling up with latex. And then once this is full up with latex, you take the latex out of here, you put it into here, and I thought I did have a tank around here somewhere where I could actually pick that up with. Do I have any in here? Nope. Oh, never mind. You get the idea. You take it out of here, put it into here, and then this just works, and you get out these tiny dry rubber pieces here. And these tiny dry rubber pieces, the only crafting recipe they have, the only thing they're used for is in a grid of 3x3 or 9 of them to create dry rubber. And so we've got some dry rubber here, and this is really going to open stuff up for us now once this quest completes. So if we place all of those into there, we get some dry rubber out. And then this dry rubber, if we come over to the smelting factory, take out all of that and put the dry rubber in, we get plastic. And then that plastic will complete the rubber quest line for us. I'm going to place these into there. And there's a mob imprisonment tool. So this is going to complete a fair few of these, because if we have a look in industrial foregoing, we've just completed the rubber quest here, and we will claim that one. Just got that one, so we'll claim that one. There's probably going to be a few more as well, maybe at least. Oh, silky jewel! Excellent, I've now got a silk touch pickaxe and more greenhouse glass. That silky jewel is really cool. I'm going to use that right now. So we come back up to here, we grab our pickaxe. We can come over to here. Do I have any... I might not be able to do this. I think I might need a modifier. Yeah, I'll have to wait until I get a modifier. So I'm going to use this for a while until we actually get some levels on it. It's going to be quite a way. We need another like 8,000 XP on it before we get the next level on it. But as soon as we do, we will use that silky jewel. Excellent. So here we are in the Industrial Foregoing quest line here, and you can see all of these machines here. Now we're not probably going to go through all of these machines in one go. I think the first one we want is the mob slaughter factory. This will allow us to get pink slime, which is a requirement for some of the quests that we really do need to do. And then I would quite like to get into the mob duplicator as well. So we need to get the mob crusher and the mob duplicator. And this will allow us to use those mob imprisonment tools we've got as a spawner. And so we'll actually have a form of powered spawner. There are a few other ones of these which are really quite important and quite nice to use. However, we're not quite there. I think the material stonework factory is going to be one of the really important ones as well. However, to make all of these machines, we're going to need to make the actual machine frames themselves. So let's just have a look at a recipe for these. If we go to here, we can see that we're looking for the machine cases from Tesla Core Lib, and then this is used to make all of these. So we need reinforced stone, some rubber, and the advanced machine casings, and that's why we took these advanced machine casings from that recipe, or from that quest reward earlier on. I believe if I come up and out back to the old base, I can't remember if I left it in the crafting grid or not, so we'll just take a walk over and see. If it hasn't, we'll have to just come straight back, and you can see why I have been away from this place for quite a while. Nathan's built up this really beautiful building here, and I hope that I'm not spoiling it. I hope his episode's already come out with that. I am a fair few episodes ahead on my recording, so I should be okay. I should be okay to show that now. Yes, so in here I did actually start trying to make some of this stuff. So this was the basic machine casings and the advanced alloy to make these advanced machine casings. And here we actually have perfect amount, 2 of these, the reinforced and rubber. So there we go, there we can actually make machine casing, 2 machine casings. I didn't actually plan that to be 2 recipes worth either. That's quite cool. Now, I'm not going to go around this build just yet. I'm hoping very, very soon to do a collab episode with Nathan to show each other what we've done and kind of catch up on quest lines between each other. And he can give me a tour of this building and everything else around here that he's done. So yeah, watch out for that in the future. Let me know as well. Let us know. If you watch me and you don't watch Nathan, go across to his channel and let him know as well. Tell him I sent you. And if you watch Nathan and this is the first time you're watching me, let me know down in comments. What do you want to see from Nathan and I, kind of collab wise? Do you want to see joint building projects? Do you want to see working on mods together or just going off exploring, going off wandering around the world? Because we're open to a lot of different ideas, and we're always looking to try and get together and do something. It's difficult because I'm obviously in England, he's over in America, we've got very different time zones and stuff, but we do have a lot of time together on the server, and usually we're just either AFK in our own bases or working on our own projects, and it would be nice to actually get together with him every so often, every few episodes, and do a collab episode to catch each other up on what we've done. So yeah, give us some ideas about what we can do. But I think as we watch a sunset, another sunset out of a window here, but this is where we're going to leave it this episode. We've done quite a lot this episode. We've got the Atomic Reconstructor done, we've got into MFR. I'm still going to call it MFR. I'm always going to call it MFR. We've got into Industrial Foregoing, and we've also got into actually additions. So there's a few of the real keystone or cornerstone mods that we've actually got into today. So I'm really looking forward to working next episode, getting this mob slaughter factory up and running, and trying to actually make some mob farms. Be the first time I've done it in this pack, so yeah, looking forward to it. Thank you very much for joining me today. If you did enjoy this episode, please leave a like, comment and subscribe on the video and to the channel, and I will. See you next time. If you enjoyed this video, please consider supporting me by subscribing to the channel and liking and commenting on the videos. Thanks. See you next time.